New at 5, the family of an inmate who was beaten to death in jail is suing the state, claiming the reason his alleged killers were never arrested is because they've become informants in a federal case. Our Rick Desog reports on the ties to the Mike Miskey investigation.
James Borling Salas was a convicted car thief and a key witness in the federal government's investigation of alleged crime figure Michael Miskey. 3 years after the alleged informant was beaten to death by fellow inmates at OCCC, his family's attorney is blasting the state for failing to pursue charges against his killers.
This is a murder, and nobody's filed any charges, and we don't understand any of that. So we're caught up, apparently, in the politics of getting witnesses to turn against Miskey.
According to a lawsuit, Borling Salas was beaten by members of the La Familia prison gang who were associates of Miskey's alleged lieutenants. Recently, unsealed court documents indicate that Borling Salas testified that he had seen the Miskey associates when they abducted Jonathan Frazier and held him in a Kalihi home back in 2016. The feds have accused Miskey and his associates of organizing Frazier's murder. Site says the former Miskey associates have since agreed to testify against Miskey and are not being investigated for Borling Salas's death.
There are a whole cast of characters who apparently have turned against Miskey, who've made deals, and it seems like this case is somehow caught in the midst of that.
The Attorney General's office says it's still investigating the matter. New Attorney General has ordered staffers to pursue all leads, but the office declined further comment due to the pending investigation. The beating should have been captured by OCCC's cameras, but they weren't working that day. They were only fixed after Borling Salas died. The suit also alleges that Borling Salas was placed in protective custody at OCCC after he was threatened by prison gang members. But he was then put back in the prison general population shortly before he was beaten.
There was no rationale for having put him back in the general population. Right? He should have been continued to be protected.
A trial date for the lawsuit has not yet been set. Rick Desog, Hawaii News Now.